But yeah, yeah, it should be good now. Hold on. I'm live, right? Mm, yeah, I'm live. Anyway, so it's crazy how that cut at the best part, but whatever. Moving on. This was the dreams that I had this night. Yeah, for whatever reason, the Flash was there, and the Lego Cyborg, because that makes sense. Um, this was, I don't know why I saw these things, but I did. That was the living room of the old house that I used to live in. Yeah, that's my aunt's house. Chris Brown was on TV for whatever reason. Okay, moving on again. That was where my brother used to live. And then this was like a collage sort of thing of all these preceding dreams. And then went back to that day again. Well, I woke up and there goes, let me see if I could show you that painting. That painting right there. That's what that is. Actually, this is gonna be a little clunkier to show you. But this page is basically, oh, where'd it go? Yeah, this page is my room. See, it's like sort of the same, a little bit. I mean, minus that overhead projector or whatever. But yeah, that's what that is. Oh gosh, I just realized I'm gonna have to set this up again. Is it good? Is it good? Yes. Okay, so that's what that was. And that was a song playing in my head because I used to play that game and it still is in my head. Rent free. Moving on. Oh, this was another YouTuber. I forget what. I don't even think I ever knew what his name was, but that's what that was. These are just elements of stuff. Nabbit from Mario game. And this was a whole other thing where I was basically just drawing my life again. Moving on. Oh, yeah, I tried to have like a checklist for basically everything that was here. Did not like it because the whole reason that I made this book was because I didn't like words. I don't like actually writing words. I find that to be boring. So that was that. This was a dream I had, but I actually drew this a lot later than this actual date. And then I didn't draw my dreams. And I was like, not gonna happen again. And this is, oh, that's my room again. And that is the dog barking. So that's fun. Shout outs to Precious. Let me see if I could show you. Let me open the door a little bit. Okay, right now it looks like a ghost room, a ghost hallway. But yeah, that's, hold on. Gotta close this door, looking crazy. Then let me turn on the light. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so this, let me see if I could get everything in the shot. Yeah, that and that. Is it? Is it? It sort of looks like it, right? I think so. I think it's good enough. Ow! Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Thanks. What else we got? This was, why is this not focused? I need you to focus, camera. Yeah. While this iPad doesn't overheat, my phone did have a better camera. But whatever, we're gonna work with it. Let's see. Trying to view the chat to see what y'all are saying. There you are. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see any of this stuff. We're back. Yes, we're back. The best drawer. Oh, thanks. Can I say happy late birthday to your little sister Saria? I hope I didn't butcher that name, but happy birthday, Syria. I'm just saying it a whole bunch of ways, and hopefully one of those ways is the correct one. But yeah, this was more stuff. Oh, this is actually this book, believe it or not. Look, that's the book. Let's see. Moving on. Oh, right. And then I forgot to draw my dreams again, but I promise this is the last time that that I didn't draw my dreams. So, or that I didn't draw anything. Like, there's no other blank page in this book. So that is that. And this is, this is another, okay. I'm gonna have to close the curtain for this one. So this is that again. I was like, yeah, that's what that was. Does it look like it? You see it? Oh yeah, there goes that painting. So that's what that is. For whatever reason, this iPad is not focusing on both of them, but I think you can get the idea. Okay. Let's see. Moving on. This was like notes from Bible study that I did with my mom, and a whole bunch of elements of the day. More dreams. So in this dream, I actually dreamt that I was drawing in this book. Yeah, it was trippy. Like, the amount of times I would see this book in my dreams is ridiculous. But yeah, that was that. And then this was like me down the driveway, because apparently there was some assassin who was assassinating people with an avocado, because that makes sense. And then I was rehearsing for a service that was coming up. I play piano. If you were not aware, I play piano. So that was that. This, I might have lied earlier. This, I think, is one of my favorite pages right here, because it actually takes me to that place. Look, I mean, it's looking crazy right now, but I might as well take this off since I'm not using it, because my phone decides to overheat. Let me just go ahead and do that. No, I lost my place. It was past here. There we go. Yeah, this page right here. It was that. See? That's like sort of it. Close enough. This is what I draw when I have nothing else to draw, or when you don't know what to draw. Try drawing stuff around you. Okay. Give me a second. Right. So that was that page. Trying to set this right again. Every time I don't know why I keep taking this thing up. Because it's a whole production to set it up again. At least 1 minute video of, I didn't even check, but let me check the chat. You see, Sig, Sor, or Glock 9. Zeke, I don't even know what you're talking about. But okay, so that was that. Need to move this up a little more. Okay. Moving on. Oh, I remember this. I was sick this day. Yeah, I was sick, and I was in bed the entire time. It was not a fun time, and instead of having chicken noodle soup, because all the stores were closed, I ended up having cup noodles, which my sister said was a struggle meal, but it did the job. This was, I started trying to draw graffiti because I always thought graffiti looked cool, so I actually bought a course. So that was that. And then here were the dreams. Of course, I saw this book in my dream again. So how many times is that? Like 2? Probably more than that. Moving on. That's my room again. More stuff. More graffiti. Cup noodles are great. Cup noodles are the best. Well, they're the best cheap option. Let's see what else we got. This was a dream at my old school. Yeah, and there was some guy just mowing people down. It was crazy. This was just stuff. All this is just stuff. Like, that's the window, that's a laptop, that's my keyboard, that's this book again. Hey, what's up, Janae? I hope I pronounced your name right. Glad to have you back. So let's see. Yeah, so this book was showing up in my dream again, and the pages were changing. You would think that would let me know it's a dream, but no. And then that was a celebrity. If I were to tell you who the celebrity was, you would not believe me. So I'm just not going to say anything. Moving on. This is my room again, which I'm sure you're familiar with by now. Let's see what's over here. Oh, I had a gig this day. I don't even know where my phone is. It's like buried underneath this makeshift bootleg setup that I have for this iPad. Oh, it was behind me the whole time. Okay. But anyway, yeah, this was a gig that I had that day. I remember it was a Friday. And what you call it? It was raining. It was raining like crazy. And it was raining so bad that the trains actually got flooded, and I was not able to make my gig. So it ended up canceling. So yeah, that was a thing. Yeah, see what that is? No gig. Not fun. But it was okay because later I had movie night with my cousins. Yeah, me and my cousins have movie night every last Friday of the month. Always look forward to it. And that movie night, we saw, I think it was My Life. Yeah, My Life as a Teenage Kraken, I think, was the name of it. Moving on. These were dreams. There was what was there? It was like I was at a university for whatever reason, which made no sense because I don't go to university anymore. And then, oh, my hair was looking crazy. My hair looked like a poodle in the stream. So that was a thing. Uh, what else? Let's see. Since my phone overheated because I was going live, why don't I just go to my live on my phone so I can see the comments? Because I'm not seeing the comments right now for whatever reason. And I liked being able to see what you guys were saying in real time. So give me 2 seconds. You could just look at this beautiful image of my room right now. So I can pull up the live on my phone. Okay. It is on. And of course it won't overheat because my phone hates me for whatever reason. Okay. Yeah, so this was my room. This is like my morning routine kind of thing. So that was that. All right, I had rehearsal. So for my mom's church, I do praise and worship. I play the piano, and I just remember I had rehearsal that day. So that was that. Moving on. This was a dream for whatever reason. That's supposed to be supersonic. Hopefully, if you know supersonic, you can tell. That was Knuckles. That was Metal Sonic, and that was one of my nieces. Doesn't look like her. Looks like a completely different person, but yeah, that was supposed to be her. Yeah, believe it or not, I see Sonic pretty frequently for whatever reason. The cool marker. This actually wasn't the cool marker again. I mean, oh, okay, up here was. But this is like regular colored pencils. And then here, oh, right. So, remember how I told you earlier that I sometimes help my brother with his business by, okay, that was my phone. How I help my brother with his business by setting up workout equipment. So I basically went on like I guess a work vacation to help his business set up workout equipment in Maryland. And actually, these Maryland pages, I'm a big fan of them. Big fan of them. So yeah, this is my first night at Maryland. So moving on. Yeah, this was the room. I can't show you what the room is because that's like hundreds of miles away. But this was what the room looked like. And then this was the dream that I had the first night. And the dream that I had that first night, it was actually kind of funny. It was a false awakening. So when I was like in waking life, when I was in Maryland, it was it was pretty hot. So my brother told me, don't pack any sweaters or anything because it's gonna be hot. So I didn't bring any sweaters. But in this false awakening, I woke up and I looked outside and it was snowing. And I'm like, son of a mother, you gotta be kidding me. So I got mad. And then I woke up and I realized that it was still summer. So that was that. Uh let's see what else we got. Oh, that was what my bed looked like. This was someone who I saw at the warehouse. This was my driver for that whole Maryland trip. Oh yeah, these were a fun set of pages. Look at that. Look at that. This was the van that we used. What you call it? Yeah, this was the van that we used to pack up. Oh yeah, and this is the tonal box. So that workout equipment that I told you is basically like an iPad that had a baby with your local gym. That's the box that it comes in. The marker. Janae, you really love some of this marker, huh? Okay, so maybe I should use this marker a little more. It does brighten things up. But yeah, so this was that day. I remember every single one of these jobs. It's actually crazy. This was, I remember at the first stop, we didn't know how to get to the second stop. So we asked the customer for directions to get to the second stop. And he was like, We had to do a right on Walnut Road and a left on Current Roll. So that's supposed to be a current roll. If you know what a current roll is, it's kind of like bread with raisins, but whatever. And then we get to a Sheets, which was a gas station. And I actually drew this as a way of remembering um, and telling the driver where we had to go. So that was that. Oh, one of the customers, apparently he sold 3 million copies of something called Rush. I feel like that was an album before my time. And he had a free piano. So that was fun. This was the next day. So I guess I didn't have any dreams that day. Whatever. Or I didn't recall any. This was, oh, I remember this place. This was nice. But yeah, that was one of the customers. He was cool. That he had like a fire tattoo sort of thing going on. I had Cheez-Its because I had Cheez-Its. And it was at Wawa. My order was 937. And yeah, this is just the stuff that I saw. Okay. This was like elements of my dream for that day. For whatever reason, I was translating stuff from Japanese to English. Fun fact, I taught myself Japanese a few years ago because I just thought it would be fun to torture myself. It was fun though. This was a nice day. I remember this day. This sketchbook. Hold on. Instead of me taking you, because I brought my sketchbook with me. It's this one right here. I wish I could zoom out. Let me see. Yeah. This sketchbook right here. That's what this is. I think it's pretty cute. The dog. What dog? Oh, this one. You know, I'm glad you like it because the way I was like, this dog looks challenged. this I thought this dog looked really, really bad. I'm terrible with animals when it comes to like drawing them. I'm more so a face kind of person. But yeah. Yeah, there was also a black cat at the warehouse, so that was a thing. And this was graffiti. I had to do a double take because I thought that it said Gohan. I'm like, what? They have a DBC character? And no, it was a Goham. That was the graffiti. One letter away from a DBZ character, and one letter away from the city that Batman works in or lives in. So yeah, that was that. There was, oh, I remember her. I actually so this is a customer, and I actually showed her this drawing, and she loved it. And she also had a plaque sort of thing going on, and I liked it because I just liked what it said. It said, if you can't read that, it said, my worries are few because my blessings are many. I thought it was nice. Let's see. Okay, so this, I remember, so for this part of this page, I accidentally drew this on the day that my gig got rained out. So for whatever reason, I skipped ahead a whole bunch. Justice for Gotham. Yes, Justice for Gotham. I'm not sure if Gotham can be redeemed. You know, it's kind of just a really, really dark city. But yeah. So that I actually came into Maryland with this already on there. But this was drawn in Maryland 100%. This was at a customer's house, and I didn't even draw. I didn't even draw. I didn't even do any setup because I was kind of just sitting around. And then this was a dream for that day. This was a really weird dream. It was like I was in a university. I was in my old college, actually, like my art class, and everyone drew a whole bunch of stuff. And it was like a painting class, so everyone had their paintings. And then when they put them all next to each other, it fit really well. And I had my painting, and it wasn't up there yet, but it still all looked completed. So I was just like, I guess I'll keep mine. And then my teacher was like, where's yours? I'm like, there's not really any space for me. She's like, nonsense, put it up there. So I put mine up there, which is this one. And it turned into that. And my teacher was just like, wow, yours just brought a whole new dimension to it. And I'm like, yeah, I guess it kind of did. So, yeah, that was a nice, feel good, reassuring dream. And now we have Kirby because, yes, I'm not sure why I drew Kirby. Oh, I do. I remember why I drew Kirby. I was watching a Smash game, a Smash match. And yeah, Kirby was whooping this guy who was actually the number one player. So I'm like, okay, go ahead, Kirby. Let's see. Oh, we got a $30 tip. So that was a thing from a customer. These were all stuff at the customer's house. You can see the tonal again. And oh, we actually saw the Lincoln Memorial, believe it or not. That was fun. What else was there? I guess we got a burger and fries that day. I don't recall like eating a burger and fries that day, but apparently we did. Oh yeah, and someone gave a $50 tip. And there was all these stairs. I remember we had to walk the tonal up mad stairs because some customer just enjoyed seeing us suffer. She didn't. She was actually super nice. It was just an unfortunate location where she wanted us to put the tonal. All right, next day. I remember this. This was really bad chocolate that a very grateful customer gave to us. It tasted terrible, but it's the thought that counts, There was a basket. So the basketball hoop, that was supposed to be a multicolored ball, but I only had my regular black pen on me. So just use your imagination. That's multicolored. We had Chick-fil-A that day, so that was fun. This was that a customer? No, that wasn't a customer. That was someone at the warehouse. And then this was a light switch of this house. Yeah. So that's why. Oh yeah, and I was thinking to myself, oh, it's the last night of me at the Hilton. I stayed at the Hilton, by the way. So this was my last night there. And that was my thought. That's supposed to be like a thought bubble. Moving on. This was an interesting dream. I trained up some rock band player thing. I don't know. And then there was a train and it was running on algebra. I don't know. It was weird. Anyway, got back home, back to this clock that you saw on my nightstand, back to my piano. I actually had rehearsal that day, and this was like a store that I went to. This was a Mizukage. So I don't know. I don't know how many people watch Naruto, but if you do watch Naruto, you know who she is. She's like the water leader of the village people thing. Yeah, so she was like, there were some lost scrolls, and oh, appreciate you. There were some lost scrolls, and she was with Sakura, and because Sakura was gonna help her retrieve them, and I'm just like, but why are you taking Sakura? She's basically useless. But whatever. And that's actually the kanji for water, so yeah, that's that. And then this was a weird dream. So I was in college, and when like this was like the layout. It was like a computer lab kind of thing. So in this dream, I was a college student. I was in the computer lab, and then I actually had this book in the computer lab with me. I left this book right here. I mean, of course, it wasn't this book. It was like a projection of this book. But I left this book on the desk because I had to go outside through this door to go throw something out. And then I come back, and then there's some lady or some woman there who she's showing me like a whole bunch of her art, and it's weird because she's telling me that she learned how to draw from my book, even though I left for like 2 seconds. I don't know. It was interesting, but that was like the brochure. She drew like a cliff and everything, and I'm just like, how did you learn to do all? Trust me, this is not doing it any justice. It was an amazing piece of art. But yeah, I left my book. I left this book for 2 seconds, and somehow she got like a whole curriculum of how to draw, and she had a whole portfolio of everything, and she was like basically crying, like emotionally, because I guess she saw like she was able to meet her hero or something, and then somehow I became a teacher, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense. So that was that. Moving on. Oh right, that was a threat. That was another dream. Some guy was like after me, and I I sort of locked my friend out because I wanted to save myself. But anyway, moving on. This was the next day. I decided to just do another cluster of stuff on my bed. This was a pin of the preacher at the church that I was in. And then this was my dream. Oh, right. I remember her. So this was like a water lady. And she was running after me and she was like, drink my blood. I'm like, ew, no. She was just gross for whatever reason. Yeah, and then my brother and my cousin were flopping like a fish for whatever reason. And I just thought that was hilarious. Yes, an Amazon box. What did I get from Amazon that day? Oh, I got a whole bunch of like Jordan keychains that day. It was a pack of 100 Jordan keychains. I don't have them now because it was just too much. But yeah, it was a box from Amazon. Next one. Oh, this is when me and my cousins went apple picking. Yeah, that's actually my cousin right here. Well, that's one of them. I have a whole bunch of cousins, but that's it's a drawing of her. I don't think it looks a whole bunch like her, but other people do. So yeah. This was our server, so that was fun. Like after we went apple picking, there was we went to a Thai place, I believe. I think it was a Thai place. And yeah, she was the one who served us. We went to a Shell gas station. There was a basketball hoop. Oh yeah, this basketball hoop was at the Thai place. I remember that. Okay. Um, let's see. This was right. What'd you call it? This was the kitchen by the place where I used to live. This was an right. These are dreams, by the way. This was at like the driveway or whatever, and then this was someone who I hadn't seen at church in like 2 weeks. So I saw him in this dream, and I was like, "Bro, I haven't seen you in like 2 weeks. Where have you been?" So that was that. And then I did another one. This is like a picture of. Well, it's supposed to be a picture of my sister. I'm not sure how good that likeness is, but it's there. It's something. And this was a random cat that was staring at me through a window while I was sleeping. So that was fun. Let's see. Oh, this was like a course that I was taking, and it was a quote that I liked. It said, "You don't have to feel. Oh, you don't feel good in order to do the thing. What you do is you do the thing in order to feel good." So basically, like, don't wait for motivation. Like, just do the thing, and then you find out that the motivation comes after, if that makes sense. But yeah. Yeah, it's a cat. I thought it looked cursed, but maybe I'm just too hard on my drawings, you know? Maybe my animals aren't as terrible as I think they are. Oh, and that's like a Chaos Emerald because, yeah, I saw one. These are dreams. I was at like where was this? This was like, oh, right, this was a Popeyes restaurant. And then there was some worker who randomly got into a one piece swimsuit, and then she was in a pool with me, and this song was playing. I don't know how many of y'all know Soca, but yeah, that's one of my favorite Soca songs right there. And then there was a bee that was like trying to sting me, and I was not a fan, and I was trying to get under the water like fully, but I wasn't able to do it for whatever reason. So that was that. Oh, it's my nephew. But yeah. So that was my nephew. He was telling me later because he was going to school. That's my brother, and then his kid, which is that kid, coming back in. That's what I had for breakfast. That was one of the keychains from the Amazon box. What else do we have? What else do we have? I dreamt about hot dogs and a purple sheet for whatever reason. And then this is, oh, that is my iPad alarm going off, basically telling me it is now 10 o'clock. Okay, this is going on longer than I thought. And we are like maybe halfway through. That looks like a little more than halfway through. Yeah, freaking love this kid. That was one of the keychains that I got from that Amazon box. Oh, and I thought this was hilarious because so it was a box of 100 Jordans and they all looked authentic. But then this random brown one had the check on backwards. Like, I wish I had it just so I could show you. But yeah, you could tell that it was, I don't even know how something like that gets printed. But yeah, I just thought it was hilarious. So I went ahead and drew that. What else? Oh, my suit came back from the cleaners, so that was nice. Oh, so this was, so where it says sleep, that means everything under it is dreams. I'm a creasier Jays. I mean, believe it or not, I actually don't have Jordans. I I don't have any at all. The most Jordans I had were literally these keychains. And I don't even have those anymore because I returned them because they were just doing too much. So that was that. In this dream, all right, my nephew, he was like spilling stuff all over the place. And I told him freeze, and then he actually did, which he never does, actually, because that boy has like energy for days. It's ridiculous. Let's see, what else? What else? Oh, and then I dreamt of doing a tonal relocation. So like a tonal relocation, that's remember the page where I showed you where we were at one house and then we took the tonal to another house. Yeah, that's what that was. And it was on the couch. And this couch, by the way, this is downstairs. I'm not taking this iPad downstairs. You're just gonna have to trust me. This couch is not supposed to be there. But in the dream it was there and then the tonal was on there. And I was very upset because we ended up not relocating it. So we took it off the wall, brought it downstairs, and then had to just take it back upstairs for no reason. But anyway, that was that. This was one of the keychains that was there. 3G movie night. Wait, this was 3G movie night? Maybe we were just talking about it because that's not the last Friday of the month. I don't know. Oh yeah, and Lucky by Britney Spears was playing in my head because yes. Ooh, I remember this page. Wait, so this was a 3G movie night. Oh, I think it's because on the last Friday of the month, a whole bunch of my cousins weren't gonna be like in town. So we pushed it up, moved it back. I think pushed it up. Yeah, we pushed it up to the second to last Friday of the month. So it was actually today. Well, not today, but that today. You know what I mean. So this is me practicing on the piano. All right, there goes another Amazon package. Yes, Megan, that was the movie for movie night. That was the movie for movie night. It was a good time. Yeah, this is what you call it. This Amazon thing. If you watch my shorts and you see me like do those scavenger hunts where I draw stuff, this was an Amazon package where I got those cards from. Where I'm like, I'm gonna draw these cards. These cards came from there. Just letting you know. Let's see. I had oh yeah, I went to go get a shape up that day. I saw this bus. I was waiting a lot in the barber shop, so I had a whole bunch of time to draw like a whole bunch of details and stuff. Oh, and I played catch up with someone that I hadn't spoken to in a while, so I literally played catch up. Get it? Heh. Played catch up? No? Okay. But yeah, so family movie night, that was a fun thing. That was Megan. I enjoyed it. I think that was Oh, this was my movie night. Yeah, 100%. That was my movie. Okay. Went to sleep. Oh, I had a gig the next day. I remember I had a gig the next day. Okay, yeah, there was a 16-year-old genius that I dreamt about. I've never seen him before in my life, but he looks like a kid from a TV show that I don't even remember. Because I didn't really watch that show. More dreams. What was it about this dream? Oh, I had like crazy killer extended family for whatever reason, and then excuse the dog, and then I remember my glasses broke, and I'm like, no, because my glasses can't break because I have a gig tomorrow, and I am blind as a bat if I don't have my glasses. So I woke up, and thankfully, my glasses did not break. Yes, this was a dog in a dream. It was like let me actually close my door because Precious is going crazy. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Yes, that is Precious. I walk her every day. I mean, she's not mine, but you know, I do what I can to take care of her when I can. So, yeah, where was I? Right. In this dream, there was a dog that looked like this. It actually looked exactly like that. And it was in a pool of snow for whatever reason. I don't know. It was weird. And then I went to this place. It's crazy because like me seeing this, I it actually takes me back to that place that I was in my dream, which was like this abstract place. So I think that's kind of cool. But moving on. Let's see what we have. Oh yeah, and this was my actual caricature gig that I had that day. Remember how I said I didn't break my how I broke my glasses in the dream, but thankfully I woke up and I didn't break my glasses. Yeah, that that kind of happiness did not last that long. So oh thanks, he wasn't mine. He was just randomly in front of a car, and oh the crazy killer extended family. They were the ones driving, and they almost ran him over, but thank God they didn't. Let's see. Oh, this was so right, how I told you I had a gig. This was like literally the setup. It was in a gym, so this is like a basketball floor and these were the chairs for like one or two people if they wanted to get drawn by me. This was like some desk kind of thing. And this was actually like a case. What was this case? This case right here? Yeah. This case that I used for this book. I mean, this is oh yeah, this is like the third book like this one that I have that I'm currently working on. But that is for another day. So yeah, so after I finished after I finished working at that gig, I was walking home in the rain, and as I was walking home in the rain, bang, my phone decides to drop face first on the pavement. And when I pick it up, it is cracked like crazy. So maybe my glasses breaking was like a little foreshadowing of my phone breaking. But yeah, yes, the little notebooks. Well, this one was a notebook. This was like special paper that we had to draw on because it was like framed. So I had to draw people in that frame, and then that was wrappers. And oh yeah, this was when was this? What date was this? Looking October 14th, right? So there was like a harvesty kind of theme. So had a whole bunch of fake. Yes, RIP to the phone, my brick phone. But the thing was, I didn't even really like that phone like that because it was just too big. It was just too big. It was too big for my hands. Like if I had man hands, okay, maybe we could work. But that phone, it was just so dang big. I didn't like it from the day that I got it. Um, well, I just didn't like the size. Everything else was fine. What else do we have here? Right, this is a dream, and of course, in dream, so what you call it? In this dream, I saw this book again because yes, um, And then, oh right, I saw my sister, and then in another dream, I saw my sister-in-law. She was like, I saw two of her, and when I saw two of her, that's when I realized it was a dream. And then I froze up because for whatever reason, my feet just weren't like moving. So that was a thing. And then in the third dream, it was me and my brother on a roller coaster at an amusement park, and it was weird because he was able to control the roller coaster, and we almost crashed still somehow. So yeah, there was that. iCarly was there for whatever reason. This was supposed to be Regina George from Mean Girls because that's who I saw. She was like teasing someone with sweets. I I don't know. It was weird. Dreams are weird. You know how dreams can be. And then this was the Sunday of this weekend. Oh wow, it feels like so much time has passed. But this guy, remember? So this guy I actually hadn't seen in 2 weeks. Let me see if I could find the page that I'm trying to. Yes. So this guy who I hadn't seen in 2 weeks, and then I saw him at, I mean, it was a different church that I saw him at, but I saw him and I was like, bro, I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. Lo and behold, on that Sunday, I see him. So that's kind of cool. Oh, wait, I literally could have just read the date. Dream, October 10th, 2023, confirmed. Right. The marker, yes, the marker. You know what? I'm gonna start using this marker again just for you, Janae, because yeah, I liked using the marker too. It added some depth, you know, a little life to these regular looking pages. I mean, these pages aren't regular looking. You get what I mean. Anyway, dreaming. Of course, I dream of me. Never mind. If you remember the page that's called like the Kiss Bet from one of my other lives, that was a notification letting me know that a new episode is up. So best believe I'm about to be reading that after this stream. But yeah, so I was drawing so this was a dream, and I was drawing yesterday's dream in this page. I mean, in this book, in my dream. So I was drawing my dreams in the book that I draw my dreams in. It was weird. And then in another dream, my reflection was Britney Spears. That's probably not the best Britney Spears, but it's there. And I was at a gig, and there was a weird keychain. So you know the 100 Jordan keychains that I had? Yeah, in this dream I had one, but I had this weird one that I never seen before. And I noticed that it was weird, but I just brushed it off. That was a gig. That was graffiti that I saw in a dream, and that was a kitchen. I'm not really sure what happened. And let's see. Oh, this was the day where I got my new phone. Yeah, this one right here. This phone. That's where I got it. So, yeah, I went to the. Oh, I just turned my phone off. Went to the mall. And this was the graffiti I saw on the way. And this was the girl who helped me out. She's the one who set me up. She got me this phone for like maybe half the price I was supposed to pay. Plus, she threw in a new tablet. It was a great time. I even do the thing over there, like around it, because she just made my day. It was nice because for the past 2 days, my phone was just broken and inoperable, and the screen was just janked. So, yeah, shout outs to. Maybe I shouldn't. You know what? She'll probably get referred if I do say her name. Jamie, shout out to you. You're great. If you're like a Metro PCS person who or manager, and you're in the New York area, Jamie's a real one. Highly recommend her. So yes. Moving on. This was the mall that I was at where I got this new tablet and the phone. Let's see. And then, of course, in my dreams, I see. So I was like drawing in this book in my dreams the word dream. Because, yes, this dream was just too much to explain. Just a whole bunch. Oh, that was a friend from middle school and high school. Moving on. I was at and then in another dream, I was at like a Chinese restaurant because there was a gig there. I don't know. It was weird. And then I woke up. Oh, cha-ching. So I have an Etsy shop, and whenever someone buys something, I hear cha-ching. It's one of the most beautiful sounds. Even if it is for like a $2 product, it's a nice sound. So yeah, that's what happened to my. That's what I heard for my new phone because I have a new phone now, the one that I showed you, and it's not broke up. Okay, this was the stuff that I ate. So I every morning. That reminds me. Every morning I eat oatmeal in a cup because I was told it's healthy. So yeah, that's what that is. And then I had banana chips after that and cashews. Moving on, moving on. I had to go to Staples that day, and then I had to buy stuff from the 99-cent store. These are two flags that I saw, and I found those flags to be funny because they were right next to each other, and it just so happens to be the nationality of my parents, so that's fun. Let's see. I dreamt. I dreamt I was like. I dreamt about the Hulk, I guess. This was my reflection, which looks nothing like me. And Green Lantern was there, and it was just weird. It was just weird. Moving on. More. So this is supposed to be my sister. Looks nothing like her. And this is a lady who I listen to in the morning for inspiration. What else do we have? Dream. Oh, right. Okay. So I dreamt I was playing gospel for some Jewish people, which I found weird because I'm like, since when do Jews like gospel? But yeah, in this dream they did, and they loved what I was playing. They loved me. It was crazy. I got to the point of tears, and I'm like, you guys are the best. But yeah, that's what that was. And then oh yeah, here goes Sonic again. And then in the dream I saw him, and yeah, Jews who like gospel. That's the only. I guess that could only exist in my dream because yeah, it was just weird. But yeah, Sonic. Um, I saw him and then this guy, and when I woke up, I'm like, that looks like a bootleg Knuckles. So I just drew it from memory, and then it was then where I realized that my first time seeing him was actually like 2 days ago when I got my phone. So to like transfer all my contacts and stuff from that, like from my old phone to my new phone, takes some time. So I was walking around the mall, and in like I think it was Five Below, I was I was in there and I saw this guy. Apparently his name is Mighty. It was like a toy of him, and I'm like, that looks like a bootleg hybrid between Knuckles and Sonic. And then I ended up seeing him in this dream, and it was only after I woke up that I realized that it was him. So yeah, that was that. This was a dream where my piano instructor, mentor, teacher, he was in like a computer classroom. Um, and then this lady, that was another dream where she was apparently 192 years old. I'm like, that's crazy. You look great for 192. Uh, and then there was a kraken because there was a kraken because yes. Okay. Moving on. I woke up. I saw these. Well, this guy was He used to be my accountability partner. Every time I drew him, it looked nothing like him. These are two people who I saw while walking Precious, the dog that was barking earlier. And then this was this book. Moving on, I dreamt. This was at church. This is someone who is at the church. Yeah, it was pretty simple because this was only like a fragment. Like, not much really happened there. 192. Yes, Janae. She was 192. I'm like, what? You look incredible. I was awake. Oh, I had a caricature gig this. I did have a caricature gig this day. That was a good one. Yeah, I enjoyed that. I actually had to like make a sign. So like it was a huge sign. But because apparently I didn't like they didn't have a sign ready for me, so because I get there super early, um yeah, they had a sign. Well, they had paper and they're like, "You want to make your own sign?" I'm like, "Sure." So I used obviously I didn't use pen, but I used marker and I drew the sign that I drew. And that was that. And that's like my book bag. Let's see. Dreams. I dreamt about Super Mario Wonder because I don't know. I just did. Someone did some. I think it was my god brother. He did something embarrassing. I did. Oh, this was like a scavenger hunt thing that was happening. So I was helping like two old ladies do a scavenger hunt, and it was sort of based on. I don't even know what it was based on. But she was like, "Yeah, things are gonna be like really hard when we have to go to DC." And I'm like, "That's fine. I already got the Lincoln Memorial from Maryland, right there." And it was the same one. It came from. Hold on. Let me see if I could. I know I can find this. I know I can find this. Hold on. There it is. That. Yes. Wonder. And then this was weird. So like the drive through. So between my house and my neighbor's house, there's a driveway. But in this dream, there was no driveway. Yeah, it was just he was right next door. So yeah, there was that. And then I saw these people in a dream because I just did. This was when I was playing for a women's conference, actually. I was playing piano for a women's conference, and there were a whole bunch of these envelopes in this box. I really like this box. I don't know why, but I just really freaking like this box. Dab? I don't know what this dab is for, but I don't know. But yeah, I love this box. Maybe it's a perspective. I don't know. These envelopes were given out to people. This is my leg and my Chelsea boot. My Chelsea boot is scuffed up, but it's okay because I still love it. Someone was all right. There was a lesson about like forgiveness, like forgiving people, and moving on and stuff. So that was that. These were dreams that night. There was a rotten apple tomato thing in a fridge. And then, of course, I saw this book again. I was in a basement with my brother and his wife in a house that I'd never been before. And then I was here. I don't know where here was, but it was outside. Oh yeah, and then my brother and his best friend. They were driving, and I was in the backseat of a car. This day, I did not draw. So, yeah, so this was a Sunday, obviously. And I went to church. It's funny because I originally wanted church to fit, but it just so happened that church ran on for a lot longer than I expected it to. And when I was drawing or writing the word church, it went off the page. And I'm like, you know what? That's appropriate because church ran on a little longer than it was supposed to. So yeah, this was a cufflink that I had. This was a ball. Hello, Precious. This was a ball because yes. And then this was like a room at my aunt's house because it was my uncle's birthday that day, and I was waiting for them to do the birthday wishes. This was like the up. This was like the ceiling of the basement, and then this was my dream. So the first dream, it was like a fragment. Uh, right, Turk. You could see like a little bit of that H, but you get the idea. That's the whole point of this book, or just me drawing in general. It doesn't have to look exactly like what was there, but at least you can get the idea. So yeah, this was this was a dream about this book again because yes. And then this one was a false awakening actually. So a false awakening, if you don't know what a false awakening is, a false awake yeah, false awakening is a dream where the plot is basically you waking up. That's it. So I had a false awakening. Um and yeah, this mirror basically I realized it was a dream. So I decided for whatever reason to go in my drawer and I switched out my drawers because I just felt like doing that. And then I tried to like fly out the window, so I like ran on the wall and like jumped, and it didn't work because the mesh was there and it was super stretchy or whatever. But yeah, that was that. And this was another dream. It was like a mansion. It's crazy because I remember this place. Uh, this was like a mansion, and this guy was here for whatever reason. He was on the phone, but yeah, I would have loved to be lucid in this dream because it would be great to explore um, that place. That's usually what I do when I realize it's a dream. Like I just admire the scenery. I find myself doing that in waking life too. Like if I'm at a gig or whatever, I will just walk around and just appreciate what's there. So yeah, that is that. This was another dream. Yes, I don't know how many of you know My Life as a Teenage Robot, but yeah, that was there, and that was my sister, supposed to be my sister. We were talking, and then this was like a fragment of a dream. Yeah, this is dream number 5, where there was like a red spotted lanternfly. I don't know if you've seen those things, but it was there. Um, yeah, and I killed it, like 2 of them. Moving on. I drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I didn't draw 7 dreams. Whatever. This is my room space. I showed you that already. This was my sister-in-law. She wanted to know if we were like getting a wrap from the corner store, and we were. So she texted me, and I said sure, and I picked one up for the both of us. My uncle, or yeah, I was gonna say one of my uncles, but well, technically I do have more uncles. Yeah, one of my uncles came over, and helped set up a TV. My sister actually and I were reading a book at the time, and this was like notes from them. One of them was like mind and matter is intertwined. So that's what that was. Let's see what else we got. Of course, I dreamt about this book again. What else do I have? I saw a guy in a shirt, and I was like, he kind of looks like Phineas and Ferb in that shirt. Okay, this is an interesting page. Woke up again. I saw this. I think I saw this on the floor somewhere. That's that box that I showed you guys. Did I show you this earlier? I think so. I don't know. That's yeah, that was like this box. I don't know if I showed you. Hold on, let me just go get it. This thing right here. Why did I take this back up? Oh crap. That's what that is. So let me just go ahead and oh crap. Come on. There you go. Okay. Yeah, the marker again. Let's see. Yeah, and I had a Bible study with my mom again. Let's see. And then I dreamt of Totally Spies. This is a throwback cartoon. Yeah, I just dreamt of it. And I remember in the dream when I was watching the show, I'm like, oh, I would freaking love if that song came on, because there's a song in the show that comes on that would always get me hype as a kid. And yeah, I was, I was, as I was watching it, I'm like, I really hope it comes on. And then it came on, and I was so freaking hyped. So that was that. If you've never watched Totally Spies, I would definitely recommend it. It was like one of the highlights of coming home from school. But anyway, that was that dream. Second dream, I was in the kitchen, and by the kitchen there's a bathroom, and for whatever reason the bathroom was clogged up with corn, and then I flushed it, and then the corn turned into raspberries, and then I flushed it again, and it turned into strawberries, and then I flushed it again, and it turned into pineapple. So yeah, that was the thing. Wow, it has been over an hour. That's kind of crazy. But we're here. This I remember this one. This was at Well, this is a dream where I was at a college, and not the corn. Yes, 100% the corn. Um yeah, I was at a college. I saw this as like a campaign sign sort of. And then I went to a Subway. It's crazy because even this little bit of detail I remember. Just drawing the tiniest details will really help you remember something. Just because I guess of where your head is as you're trying to remember it. Uh, let's see. This is this book again. Oh yeah, I'm up. Awake again. So that was someone who works at a restaurant. That was my piano teacher, or supposed to be my piano teacher. Hopefully he doesn't see that, because the way I violated him unintentionally, because he does not look like that. He looks a lot cooler than that. Let's see. I dreamt. I vaguely remember this. I guess it was just a fragment where I just saw something that looked like that. I dreamt. Oh, my sister was. So at the time, my sister was studying abroad, and I dreamt that she came back home, and yeah, I just did. Uh, let's see. This was a very long dream. Holy crap! So I'm not even gonna get into all of the details, but I'll get into some of them. So there were like, if you watch Pretty Little Liars, the main character from them, yeah, they were like getting chased by a bear, and then we went into a house, and then the bear wanted to learn reggae, and I was running away from the bear, and then Dexter's mom like attacked the bear with noodles. I know it makes no sense, because it makes no sense, but I just remember it was a super long dream. And yeah. And this girl, or this woman rather, she was in my room. I don't know who she was, but she was asking me how her hair was because she saw some tutorial on YouTube. And yeah, I said it looks nice. And then this one, this was like a fragment. I just remember hearing someone saying like fellas, fellas, fellas. I, don't ask me why. I just remember someone saying that. All right, and then I was awake, and this was the day where I met with my accountability partner. Of course, that looks nothing like him again. Never get his face right. But he said something that I liked a lot, or something that I think was profound. He said, using $100 pair of jeans 5,000 times is cheaper than using a $9 pair of jeans only 3 times. So you're actually getting more of your money's worth by using the expensive thing a lot of times, as opposed to using an inexpensive thing just a few times. Yes, my dreams are weird, but I mean, aren't most people's dreams weird? I'm pretty sure most people's dreams are weird. Uh, let's see. Moving on. I practiced some. This was like the book that I was reading with my sister at the time. This is this book. What else we got? So this was a girl who I was friends with in high school. I see a lot of school friends in my dreams. I noticed that. I don't know why that's a thing, but school, at least at this period in time, was a really common dream theme for me. But yeah, I saw her there, and we were in a computer lab, and then I was on a train, and I saw this satellite looking thing. And I remember thinking to myself in this moment, I was like, it's moments like these that make me question if I'm dreaming. And then I didn't question if I was dreaming, and just went on with my life. Oh yeah, and apparently I went on the train for like free. So this guy was saying like, "Oh, you're not gonna buy a ticket," and I was like, "Fine, whatever." What else is there? I was in my room again, and there was turkey, a big fat turkey on the dresser because yes. Uh, how long have I had this notebook for? This one. So this one is actually old, Janae. This one, I started this one September 11th of 2023, and I finished it on November 9th of 2023. Yeah, this is old. Like this, can you see how old looking this thing is? Crazy old. But it was the first book that I did like this, like where it was like a sketch journal of my life and my dream journals. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, this is old AF. Let's see. Oh right, I had a gig this day. I was drawing a whole bunch of yellow stuff. Why was I drawing yellow stuff? Oh, I was trying something new. So I would draw like a different color for every day. And for Friday, it was yellow. Because in Japanese, Friday, it's kinyobi. And it's this kanji. And this kanji means gold. So I was like, I guess I'll draw gold stuff. So I drew like the star from Mario, CMOS gel, and other stuff. This was like the setup of the gig. It was outside. Again, this was still, this was still in October. Yeah, there were horses there. It was like at a school/park kind of thing. All right. So, new Kispet episode. Uh, every Friday, if I haven't said that already, I watch a webtoon comic. It's called The Kispet. Definitely recommend. It's funny, cute, wholesome. I like it. And that was what the notification was earlier. So that's what that was. Oh yeah, and this is like, so if you ever are looking for it, this is what the thumbnail of this comic is. I'm over here promoting people's stuff, and I'm not even getting sponsored. Not even getting sponsored. Oh, and I realized that there were 2 new episodes. You watched the Kismet too? Oh my lord. Okay, so I don't even have to tell you. Don't even have to tell you. I'm about to read that right after this live. But yeah, I realized that there were two episodes for me to catch up on that day because of the whole phone situation. Because my phone broke on a Friday, and then I guess I didn't, it broke on a Friday before the episode was actually uploaded. So then by the time that I got my new phone, it was the next Friday, and I didn't realize that I didn't read last Friday's issue episode. Yeah. So I was very hyped for that. Very, very hyped for that. Moving on. Let's see. This was an interesting dream. This was we were playing like some video game, and a whole bunch of us were supposed to go around these blocks, and it was me, my brother's best friend, and my dad. And my dad had the most points. And then he revoked his citizenship because he was like, "Yeah, I'm done here." You know, I only watch one webtoon. I only watch webtoon for the Kiss Bet, and that's it. I mean, the Kiss Bet and Blue Chair. That's it. Besides those, I don't really have any use for that app. But that's just me. Maybe it's a good thing that it's not an addiction for me because that would be less time and more time out of my life. So let's see. I played. So in this dream, it was. I don't know if anyone here plays Monster Hunter. 20 different web comics. That is an addiction. Janae, are you okay? That sounds wild. Okay. But in this dream, yeah, there was a quiz. It was a Monster Hunter Rise quiz. I don't know how many people here play Monster Hunter, but this is one of my favorite monsters in that game. I never thought that I would actually like that game, but I do. That's one of my cousins, and that is Ochako, or was it Uraraka? Uraraka? I hope I'm not butchering her name, but from My Hero Academia. That's the floaty girl, Gravity or Uravity or something like that. It's been a while since I watched it. I fell off. It's fine. Most interesting people are not mentally stable. This was supposed to be my. This was supposed to be my cousin. Definitely could have turned out better, but yeah. All right. And for whatever reason in my dream, I ended with saying, "There's no C in flower, Claire." I don't know why I said that, but I did. Yeah, I used to watch My Hero Academia. But I fell off. I fell off. And this day, I had two gigs this day. So one was at Coney Island, which was fun. So this was I actually really like this layout right here. Like that's a fun time. That takes me right to that place. So that was that. Um, all right. So at the gig, people liked my drawings, I guess, which is why I get hired. And it was the demographic. They were like mad. I would say it was like black and then mad enough Mexican. So like I heard this being said a lot, que linda, which I learned from back when I was drawing in malls. Where I would go up to like random people and draw them. I learned that that meant it looks beautiful. So I heard that a lot. So that was a nice confidence boost. And then I went to my second caricature gig. Oh, that was a fun one. This was like a Gatsby themed thing. Yeah, it was a Gatsby themed caricature gig thing. So people were wearing like bow ties and they had like pearls. Oh, so one of the guys had on a mustache, and the entire time I thought it was real. Turns out it was fake. So that's what that tag is there for. And people were wearing like feathers and stuff. And oh, they were like stuffing my tip jar because they really, really liked my drawings. I dreamt. I remember, I think, yeah, I was at my old church and I was learning a song from someone who looked like she could be my teacher. And there was this drummer there. her name was Fire. Don't ask me why I knew her name was Fire, but it was for some reason. Sometimes I just know the names of my dream characters because I just do. So yeah, she was playing the drum while I was trying to learn the song from her, but she was interrupting me. So I'm like, "Hey, Fire, could you shut up so I can hear this song?" And she was like, "Huh." She did have a face though, but she might as well not have had a face because she had zero expression. But anyway, moving on. That was a Sunday, right? Yeah, 100% that was a Sunday. What's up, 7171 bodybuilder? Sorry about me cutting off. Uh, my phone decided to overheat, so I had to switch to my iPad, which is what I'm on now. Let's see. This was me being awake. This was it a bishop or apostle? I don't know. One of them. He visited from Africa, and he was like during offering, he had people like just jumping around like crazy. It was like a concert. That's why I drew these concert lights and drew P9 and wrote P90X because that's basically what he had the people doing. It was stupid. I'm just there playing and playing and playing. I'm like, so we just not gonna end this offering? No, okay, that's fine. But anyway, yeah, that was church, and then it was raining that day. I fell asleep, and I remembered that I dreamed when I took that nap, but I didn't remember what the dream was, and that was annoying. Anyway, I went to go pick up food from my grandma, and on the TV there was Bob's Burgers playing. So that if you know who ha, Linda, Linda Belcher. It's funny because I just saw okay Linda, and then there's Linda. But anyway, I should probably shade in her hair. But yeah, she was on the TV. I woke up. How many notebooks do I have? How many of these notebooks I have? So I currently have three. And that's with me taking like a 2 month hiatus. That's because it just, it was just too much. It felt overwhelming. It was not healthy. Like how frequently I was doing it and how much energy and like yeah, it was a lot. So I took a break because I was burning out. But yeah, I recently got back on. I want to say about maybe less than a month ago. And I've been pacing myself. So now I'm at a place where I'm just like, oh, okay, it's sustainable. Like I can keep doing this, and I'm not gonna drive myself crazy with it. And it's back to being fun now, and it doesn't feel like a chore. So yeah, that's what sort of inspired me to show this. So that is that. Oh right, and then I had a quote button that I got from Amazon, and I remember it said that if I'm paraphrasing here, but it was like, as long as you have dreams, you still have youth. And no, it's not talking about the dreams, like the literal ones that I dream. It's talking about like aspirations, ambitions, and stuff. Like, if you still have those in your life, then you still have your youth. And I thought that was a good quote. So I went ahead and drew it. Let's see, let's see, let's see. These were dreams. Oh, so in this dream, my dad was in my room and there was a bee underneath my desk. And I'm like, hey, dad, could you just like scoot over so I could get in that closet behind you that has the raid and so I can kill this bee? But anyway, this bee got up and it was on the curtain. And I'm over here trying to kill this thing. So I start spraying it with raid. And my dad was like, no. And I'm just like, what do you mean, no? Like, I could only think of two reasons why. Yes, another bee. Another bee. And my dad was like, no, as I was spraying it. And I could only think of two reasons why he would say that. One, because I'm not supposed to spray the bee, which makes no sense because I'm like, it's a bee in my room, it has to die. Or two, because the raid won't work. And I'm like, yeah, the raid's definitely gonna work because this is fresh raid. So I just sprayed it and I killed it. So yeah. Are you scared of bees? I wouldn't say I'm particularly scared. Whoops. I wouldn't say I'm particularly scared of bees. I mean, if one's flying up in my face, then yeah, I'm not happy about it and I would like to not get stung, but I don't have like an active fear of bees. Bumblebee, well, if it's like a honeybee or the big ones that pollinate, yeah, I definitely am not afraid of those because I know it's like, okay, well, you have a mission. You're not here to sting me or anything. You're just here to do your business, pollinate the flowers or whatever it is that you do, and then leave. It's the yellow jackets that I don't like because I don't know what their purpose is. I feel like their purpose is just to bother me and to bug me. Pun not intended, but appreciated. But yeah, so that's what that is. Let's see what else we have. All right, yeah, so I sprayed the bee and the bee died. So that was good. And then this one was a long dream. I don't even fully remember the events of it, but it was like I was at a lunch cafeteria table and it was like mad people there and they were asking me like, do you drink? I was like, no. They're like, do you smoke? I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, Jamal's too good for us. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying at all. And then I was on a mission for whatever reason. And then I saw Tails, the fox, because yes. So that was that. Let's see. Third dream. I remember this night. This night I had a lot of dreams. Well, I had a lot of dream recall. Someone was doing the Juby slide in like a barn kind of thing. I don't I don't know why, but he was. Third dream, my mom wanted me to do mad songs, and I'm like, Mom, you gotta chill out because I'm not playing all that. I was helping my brother move back to England, even though he doesn't live in England. Anyway, oh, and then in this one there was a new like Captain America biscuit at Popeyes for whatever reason, which was basically like a long piece of uncooked dough, and if you bite into it, it's a chicken nugget. Yeah, that's gross. Yeah, my dreams are pretty weird. They can be pretty weird. Um, and then let's see what else. Oh, I remember this one. So this was a guy who I knew. Well, I never spoke with him in high school. He's kind of just like, you know how sometimes in school you would see people frequently or pretty often, and you never speak with them, but you know their face, and you just never talk with them. That's who this guy was. I was on a bus with him, and he was being a jerk because I don't know. And then we went up an escalator and we had a foot race because, huh, I don't know. It was just weird. But anyway, I woke up and I documented that. And I realized that was 8 dreams. 8. Count them. 8 dreams. And I was just thinking to myself, holy crap, that was a lot of dreams. I think that was like was that the most dreams I've recalled in a night or in the morning? I don't think. What time is it by me right now? It is currently. Oh, let me see if I can. Come on. 10:55 p.m. Yeah, I've been recording for quite a bit of time. So that's what that is. Let's see. I don't have too much of this book left. Oh, that's still a pretty good amount. But look at how much we got through. Okay, we'll just keep going. Um, Oh, right. My theme for this was like space because it's 7:54 where you are. Oh, it must be nice. 7171 bodybuilder. So you're on EST. Okay. Same. So yeah, my theme for this one was like moon and outer space because this was a Monday, and in Japanese, Monday is Getsuyobi, and the kanji for that is moon. So I'm like, okay, moon, space, and stuff. So I drew another moon and a Pop Tart in space because I don't know. I had a Pop Tart and I figured it would be cool to draw. Some stuff I just draw because I'm cool. I draw because I'm cool. I just draw it because I think it's cool. Had Bible study with mom again. That was a scripture. Oh, the quote button was sometimes no reaction is better than a reaction. So yeah, I drew that. And then this, oh my gosh, I remember this day. I remember this, well, or I guess this night rather. So in this dream, I dreamt that I saw this book. And in this book, when I opened it, it was more drawings of this book. What in the world is that? So, yeah, that was a thing. And then I dreamt of this book yet again. And then I was in school, like my elementary school, for whatever reason. I was sitting behind a computer. In another dream, oh, this is my room. You can see the nightstand and the clock and the pillow and the curtains. Yeah, this is in my room, and there was a mouse in there, a black mouse, and I was not a fan. I'm really making you want to draw. Do it. Do it. It's fun. And then let's see. This dream was. I was dreaming of. Let me see. I was dreaming of. Okay, so a long, long time ago, after I would say for Christmas, my aunt, like when I was a kid, she got me this game for Nintendo DS. I don't even know who knows Nintendo DS here, but yeah, she got me this game called Tony Hawk Downhill Jam. It was probably one of the best games, one of the most memorable games that I've played on DS. Amazing soundtrack, but I was dreaming of that. Can you see the okay, hold on. Let's see. I don't even know where she is right now. Crash? Oh, look, there she is. You want to say hi? Say hey, Presh. You just chilling by the stairs? Yeah, you're cool. Chilling. You good? You good? Okay. Later. All right. So you guys have now seen Presh. Yeah, she's cute. She's a cross between a poodle and a shih tzu. So a puzu, a shittle, I don't know how you would say that. But yeah, that's what she is. A German, yeah, I could never do a big dog. I could never do a big dog. You are wildin'. I don't mess with that. Like one that's fun sized, I'll do that. I can tolerate a fun sized one, but big one, yeah, definitely not. Like I actually think, oh yeah, when I was walking her, there was funny enough, there was a German Shepherd when I was walking her the other day, and I was thinking about crossing the street, and I was like, yeah, this wouldn't be a good idea to cross paths with a German Shepherd. And I was like, maybe if you want to say hi. So I go to the dog, and the guy who was walking the German Shepherd, he's asking me like, is Precious a guy or a girl? I'm like, Precious is a girl, and then he's like, oh, okay, so then she would want to play then. And let's just say, Precious is her name. My dog's name is Precious. So yeah, while I was walking, um, I was gonna see if Precious wanted to say hi to that German Shepherd, and that German Shepherd looked like she was gonna eat Precious. It was crazy. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna go, just gonna go. Precious was not about it. Let's see what else we have. Um, Fifth dream sounds like stuff's going on outside. Let's see. Oh, I dreamt about this book again. I was playing it. Actually, no, my brother was playing Guitar Hero. Hold on. Yeah, my cake. Could you just set a slice there? I'm kind of busy right now. I'm kind of busy right now. Could you just leave whatever I have on the table? Okay. Sorry about that. Um. Right. So my brother was playing Guitar Hero. Let's see. Yep. Let me see. I use that to. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. 7171 bodybuilder. Let me see. This was a keychain that I had that sort of looked like a Game Boy toy. I don't know why, but it just did. And then I woke up. Oh right. So the song we were playing, or the song that my brother was playing on Guitar Hero, was "Cliffs of Dover" by Eric Johnson. If you don't know this song, I highly recommend you listen to it. It sounds like it's gonna be like some super rock metal song for like the first 5 seconds, but then you get past the beginning solo, and it just sounds so bright and uplifting and bouncy. So yeah, I when I woke up, I drew cliffs, right, and then I wrote the word Dover, like cliffs of Dover, cliffs of Dover. Get it? So yeah, you 100% should look it up. Cliffs of Dover. Definitely recommend it. It's an amazing song. It's completely instrumental, by the way. Like, there are no actual words. It's just a really fun, nice, uplifting instrumental. Or you could play the game, which was Guitar Hero 3. So, let's see. All right. And for this dream, which was Reverse This Curse by Escape the Fate, I drew the Uno reverse card symbol and then curse. That's the kanji, the Japanese kanji for curse. So reverse the curse. Get it? Let's see. So this was the cover of the book that I was going through with my sister, and I was reading notes, and one of it got me to thinking, like, okay, so how would I behave if what I want already is? But yeah, and then these are more notes. I fell asleep. Dang it, and I didn't remember the dream that I had when I woke up too, or the dream that I had when I napped. Whatever. Woke up, drew some more, drew slash wrote some notes. What is this one? If you've been choosing the wrong way for years, then the right way won't feel right at first because it isn't comfortable for you. Yeah, 100% agree with that. That's you? What's you, 7171 bodybuilder? I don't know what you is. What you are? Hmm. But let's see. Oh, and these are oh no, this is a quote from a quote button that I had. It was I think it was great minds talk about ideas, average minds talk about events, and small minds talk about people. So yeah, that was that. Ooh, this water though? I'm feeling this water. I kind of did that. But yeah, so this was oh, so this was Wednesday. Because in Wednesday, I keep saying in Wednesday. In Japanese, Wednesday is suyobi, and suyobi is this kanji, and this kanji means water. So that's why I drew like water and stuff. The bodybuilder? Oh! I just got it. That's hilarious. Okay. Well played, well played. Um, right. So moving on. Dreams. So I dreamt of this game called Maple Story. I don't know why I dreamt of that. I hadn't played Maple Story in years. It's probably been over a decade since I played that game, but I did. Plus, there was turkey and bologna in there because, yes. And then the next one, oh, right, I did become lucid in this one. I remember this. So, dialed, that is an acronym, stands for Dream Initiated a Lucid Dream. Basically, what that is, it means like, I guess there are technically two kinds of dreams. Like, there's dialed and there's wild. So, dream initiated lucid dream, that's when you go to sleep, you're in a dream, you're going about your day, or you're going about the dream, I guess. You aren't realizing that it's a dream, and then something happens, and then you suddenly realize it's a dream. But wild, wake initiated lucid dream, that's when you go straight from waking into dreaming, and like you carry your consciousness from waking into the dream. That's only happened to me like twice accidentally. Usually, if I do become lucid or if I do realize it's a dream, something will happen in the dream and it'll happen like organically. How can you show me you drew? That is a good question. How could you show me that you drew? Hmm. I guess like draw something, post it on your YouTube, and then tag me in it. Is that a thing? I don't know if that's a thing. I'll have to look about it. I could make a YouTube video. I mean, technically, this is gonna be a YouTube video after I'm done here. Like after I finish this live, this is gonna be a YouTube video. What do you mean, nah? I don't know. I'll wait until you elaborate. But yeah, so in this dream, I was in my room and I saw this girl. She had like hair like this. And then I looked away and then I looked back at her and then her hair changed into this. I'm like, wait, what? So I look away from her, it changed into this. And I look away again and then it changed into that. And I'm like, okay, no, this is definitely a dream. So as another reality check, oh, by the way, in dreams, things have a very hard time being stable. So, like text or numbers, if you look at it and then you look away and then look back at it, it'll change. So, I did that as a check and I realized, and I looked at my phone, it said this time, and then looked away, looked back, and it was this. So, I'm like, whoa, it is a dream. So, yeah, I rubbed my hands together and, yeah, it sounds like people are home. I tried to jump out. Did I try to jump out the window? I said I was gonna fly out the window, but I was like, let me go ahead and check because I don't want to jump out this window and find out it's waking life. So I went ahead and did another reality check. And yeah, let's see what else we have. There was I was downstairs in the living room and I was wearing this black shirt. And I felt really awkward because I was only wearing this black shirt. Yeah, nothing else. So I'm just like, what? This was how I felt internally. But yeah, that was that. This was a very weird dream. Very, very, very weird dream. There was like a competition going on in like a hotel, and this wall had a giant mouth on it that was super crusty. Like super, super crusty. The lips were thick, but it was super crusty. And there was some girl who from my college who was there, and she had a daughter. Oh, the daughter was so cute. I remember this. And there was some girl named Taylor because I don't know, she was just there. And then there was this random lady who was like, she was just lying on the ground, and she said coffee, like with a New York accent. And then this ballerina wanted me to help her take a picture with this glass thing. I, yes, the crustiest mouth. It looks just like that. It was hilarious. Okay, moving on. Woke up. This is 106 minutes. And we still have a few more pages to go. Wow. Okay, a lesson with my piano teacher today. I remember that I had to. Oh yeah, I think I listened to a meditation track, and it was telling me to like just breathe. So yeah, there was that. Um, I dreamt, and my mom was like, "Oh, church is gonna be packed," so that was that. Oh, and then I was at my aunt's place, and this was at the basement. I was deciding to go up. Zoo Sketch by Rod Wolf on DeviantArt. If I search that up, I'll find what it looks like. Find what looks like. Find what your drawings are. 7171 bodybuilder. Hmm. Let's see. Right. So as I was going up, first off, there was a spider there, and then secondly, there was this looking bug thing there, and I'm just like, oh hell no. So yeah, but my cousin was there, and my godbrother, who I haven't seen for a long time, was there, and apparently I inspired my cousin to make her own like sketchbook in the dream. And I was like, what? You have a sketch journal? I felt so. That's a smiley face with a tear. That's what I felt internally. So yeah, that was that. And that was like the room that my cousin was in. Let's see, 30XX again with my brother. That was a fun time in a dream. Oh, right. So I was fighting like some Russian guy in my room, and he put me on anesthesia because I let my guard down. And oh, I can still see. Right. Hold on. Because I was using my phone to look at the chat. Hold on. Zeus Sketch by Rod Wolf on DeviantArt. Yo, it has been a hot minute since I went to DeviantArt. Like, I actually do have an account on there, but the thing is ancient. I can't remember the last time I even went there. Hold on. DeviantArt. I wouldn't be surprised if my account actually got like deleted because DeviantArt is just like, why is this person taking up so much what space? Like this account is not doing anything. So yeah, let's get rid of it. So what was it? A Zeus sketch by hold on. Zeus okay, and now the chat's not there. Hold on. Zeus sketch Rod Wolf. I hope I'm gonna find it. Rod Wolf? I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. You're gonna have to send like a link or something. Yeah, gonna have to send a link or something. Hold on. But yeah, basically there was some Russian guy, and he put me on anesthesia, and my body went numb, and uh yeah, and basically he had a hammer. He was about to like smash my head with this hammer, but then all of a sudden my body started like moving on its own, and it caught the hammer. If you can see, it caught the hammer with my hand, and then it was like I was basically like a passenger in my own body, just watching whatever force that was in me fight this dude off. So yeah, that that was that. Um, that was another dream. Oh right. So I was in my room, and yeah. Hey.
What happened to you today?
What do you mean? What happened to me tonight?
Jennifer's birthday.
What about her birthday?
We had a birthday celebration.
Who? I wasn't made. Hey, what's up? I wasn't made aware of that.
You weren't made aware of that. It was all over the news. I mentioned it on church on Sunday. What do you listen to? Everybody know except you. Gotta be kidding me. You weren't made aware.
Okay, careful. Sorry about that. Right. So in this dream, 30, 30XX. That is me right now. So yeah, in this dream, I was in my room, and there was a bug there. It was like caught in a web sort of thing, and then it fell out of the web, and then it was flying at me, and I was using this pen actually to swat it away. It was a wasp. Yeah, for whatever reason, bugs seem to be a recurring theme. And then I was at like this was at an old church that I used to be at, and I was playing on a concert stage, or I was getting ready to, and there was some other drummer who I had never met who was playing by me. But yeah, that was that. And then this dream focus. There we go. Yeah, this dream. Hello, focus. Why is this thing not focusing? Okay, got it. Yeah, I was playing in a band at a beach because I just was. It was a very cool beach. I wish I was lucid in that dream because that would have been great to explore. This was food that I had. More notes from the book that I was reading with my sister. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, new Kiss Bed episode. So this was a Friday. Yep, that's a Friday. That is gold for Friday. You think what's it? Like you're about to go? I mean, you're about to go. Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. I just tried to join those two words and did not decide on which one, so I combined them. Okay. Yeah. This one. Oh, this was a YouTuber. I don't know if you know who Dashi is. Dashi Games. I watch him. He causes a lot, but he's the only Let's Player I watch on Yeah, I couldn't find the picture. Like I tried looking up, what was it? Zeus sketch by Rod Wolf. I did not know. I couldn't find it. So if you have like a link or something, I would be more than happy to check that out. The link? Was there a link? I don't see a link. Yeah, I don't see a link. Mm. But yeah, so this was a dream where I was watching this YouTuber, and what you call it, he's really bad at playing games. Like you don't watch him for a good game, for like good gameplay. What you watch him for is entertainment. He is very entertaining, terrible at video games. So yeah, he was playing a nephew, not now. Yeah, he was playing a game, and yeah, that was that. The kiss bet again. Of course, the kiss bet again. And that's like the webtoon symbol. So this is was another dream where I was at a place. I don't know what that place was, but it was apparently a married couple's house. And these Nintendo Switches were on the table right there. Uh, over here. Oh, in this dream I was flying around. I was not lucid. I was just flying because I was flying, and there was a GTA map there because I don't know. And there were a whole bunch of people from my middle school there. So yeah. Let's see. I was awake. I'm gonna read it too, Janae. I'm gonna read it too. Very hyped for that. Even though I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna spoil anything for anyone who might be watching this and isn't up to date. This was my cousin, or one of them. I have a whole bunch of cousins. She came over because she had to wash her daughter's clothes and her washing machine wasn't working. Yeah, I don't see the link either, Janae. I don't see the link either. And she was like, I feel like a mom. And she is a mom. And she was a mom of a 1 year old at the time, I believe. But yeah. And oh, I remembered. I my movie. So Megan wasn't my movie night. Megan was someone else's. John Pork? What? I'm. I mean, my handwriting might not be the best in the world, but I'm pretty sure that says wait. Or is that like an insider? I don't know. But yeah. So I was thinking of what I could do for my movie night, and I was flipping through Netflix and I saw John Wick 4. I'm like, oh, okay, so that'll be nice. Oh, I guess I'm not up to date on that meme. Let's see. I guess I heard leaves rustling. That's fish. I know that this is fish. I don't know why I know that this is fish, but this is fish, and I don't know why I drew that fish. Huh. Okay. Um, I fell asleep, woke up. Uh, let's see. Oh, in life you don't get one of these, which is a take two. Right, you only get one life, so you gotta just go for it. That's what me doing this live is, honestly. Like, I was not ready. The amount of times I would give myself excuses to not make a video doing this sketchbook was ridiculous. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. And it's not always gonna be perfect because life rarely ever works out perfectly the first time. Like this live was actually a great example of that because first time I think it cut out, and then I had to restart it, and then it overheated, and then I migrated to my iPad. It was just like But you just gotta go for it. I mean, it's better that I do that I mess up the first time, as opposed to me just not doing anything at all. At least I now have something to learn from this experience, you know? As opposed to me just staying safe like I have been for like the past few days and not doing anything. So, yeah, that was notes from that I took from a course. In life you don't get to take two. That was that. Okay. And then in this dream, there was watermelon in a bowl at my church full of mirrors for the walls because, yes. Let's see. And then I was in my high school again. Of course, here we go with school again. If I do another live, oh, I appreciate that, Janae. I have another book. Yeah, I definitely have another book. I mean, it's not completely filled, but there are only 9 pages that are blank at the end. But yeah, I'm thinking of doing another live for that because that whole phone overheating thing, I'm not with that. And that was it also overheats when I record on my phone too. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna do another live. So I was learning graffiti in my class, and this was my high school, by the way. And two friends from my middle school were there. These were actually the friends that introduced me to Maple Story. Yeah, it was two Chinese kids, and they were there, and they were really good at graffiti. Because I'm like, of course you're good at graffiti because you guys are good at everything. Moving on. Yeah, Bowser was it was his birthday in this dream, and no one wanted to sing happy birthday to him or blow out his candles because let's see. Oh right, there was a bird that got in the front door and I was trying to chase it out, but I ended up chasing it in. So that wasn't fun. And this day, oh yeah, this was. You see how I was telling you about how it was taking up too much real estate in my head, which is why I took a break from it. Yeah. So I this was a Sunday, and at Sunday, remember how I told you I play at church? I accidentally left my phone at home, so I didn't have my playlist, but I took this book with me. So I took this book and I didn't take my phone, which had the playlist. So I'm like, yeah, that's not okay because this was just taking up so much real estate in my head because I just want to be drawing and drawing and drawing. But thankfully, I remembered all the songs for the playlist that day and all the keys that I had to play as well. So yeah, that was that. Let's see. That's supposed to be my niece or one of them, and yeah, it looks nothing like her. Nothing at all like her. It just looks like a cute kid. Definitely not her though. But anyway, yeah, so this was a dream. I dreamt that I was going to Staples with my brother because. And then in this next dream, I was at my aunt's house and it was my mom's birthday. How old is my niece? My niece, well, this niece. I have a few nieces. I have a couple of nieces. This one was, I think she was one at the time. Yeah, I think she was one at the time. Yeah, one. Uh, yeah, it was mom's birthday, and this dream. Birthdays are also like a regular, irregular kind of thing. What else? I dreamt I was in a log cabin, and my dad was gonna help me sweep up some stuff because glass broke on the floor, and my dad was like, "Yeah, let me put on my socks so I don't get cut." But yeah, that was that. What is this? What is this? I dreamt of. Oh, I remember this. Yes, I was in the hotel room, and it looked like the Maryland hotel room, and I was playing the piano because the piano was there. And then I dreamt that my living room. Wow, that looks so off. That looks so off because all this furniture exists in this house, but this is the wrong way. Like this room is supposed to be the dining room, but this furniture right here is part of the living room. So like where this furniture is, it's supposed to be a computer desk. But yeah, so that was that. And I woke up. These were more notes. Oh, we're getting to the end, aren't we? We are getting to the end. So this was my brother's best friend. I had to do a drug test because their company had like some, you know how I help them with like setting up tonals and things like that. Yeah, we had to. I had to get a drug test because I guess they went under new management, or their partner went under new management. So yeah, I went to the place, ended up having to reschedule. But yeah, this is my brother's best friend. This, I don't even think he actually has seen this one. No, yeah, because he was actually like, I guess the first fan of this book. Like he would always ask to see like, you know, what's in it, and he would go through it, and he would actually always want to stop a bit before like my latest page because he didn't want to catch up to it. All right, later 7171 bodybuilder. I'm about to be. This is actually. Let's see how many pages there. Wow, there are 3 pages left. But yeah, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining my very first live. And I definitely will keep drawing. I actually have to draw today. I should probably. Yeah, this live is probably gonna make it in today's page. Let's see. Oh, I got a piano case. Right, I got a piano case because I saw someone at the Coney Island gig having a piano case. And I'm like, why do you have one and I don't have one when I actually play piano? So yeah. Okay, that's cool. Let's see if we can make it all the way to the end. 7171 bodybuilder. This was my mom and my godmother left. They went to Italy. So that is what the Babidi Boopy is there for. Uh, I had a beef patty that day, some wraps and a Pop Tart, and I watched Dashi again. This was a video of some guy that I watched, and then I dreamt I was playing Monster Hunter with my brother and his best friend again. And then I was playing like some other game with my brother and his best friend. Moving on. This was still part of that video game. This was like a pyramid cave kind of thing from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I don't know how many people have played this. I'm the best live stream. I appreciate that 7171 bodybuilder. I appreciate that. And Jeanette, you guys are real ones. I really appreciate that. It's nice to not be doing this by myself. Yeah, so remember how I told you how Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was a game that still lives in my head rent free? This is evidence of that right here. Cause this was part of that same dream that I was talking about. And even it had the soundtrack in it as well. But if you ever played that game, which I highly recommend you play it, this would look familiar to you. But in my opinion, that was the best Sonic game to date. To date! Every other Sonic game is not as good. It's just not. Like, they did their thing with that one. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. This book plus an I and family. What is this? Oh, I was supposed to do an exercise where it's like, okay, what will allow me to feel successful or something like that? Or what am I going to allow myself to feel happy for? And I decided that anytime I can wake up and remember a dream, or when I'm spending time with family, I'll allow myself to feel happy. Because a lot of the times we don't allow ourselves to feel happy. Like we give ourselves these crazy conditions like I have to do this and that and that and that and that. Do I play Fallout? No, I do not play Fallout. I think I've watched a gameplay of Fallout, but yeah, I don't. I don't really play too much now, but what I do play is the Switch. So if you have stuff on Nintendo Switch, I might play it. I might. I, usually it's between like Smash and some indie game that's out. I love me some indie games. This was my sister. Oh, right. So my sister was abroad uh, at this point in time, and I was like, I would usually video call her on WhatsApp, and as I was showing her, she saw like the recurring theme of bugs in my dreams, and she was like, maybe you should ask the bug or the bee if it has a message for you next time you see one in your dream. And I was like, holy crap, that's genius. Because why else would bugs keep showing up in my dreams? Like I think bugs have been showing up in my dreams for like a year now. Yeah, like a year. It was only until recently, or at, on this day, it was until recently that I noticed it. So yeah, it must have been I'm like it must mean something. But yeah, so this was the dreams. This was I was in a classroom and I was looking for room 308. Oh crap! This is the last page. So look at you. That's what you look like. Okay. Pics. A pic or a video or it didn't happen. Or it didn't happen. But yeah, I was in a school. I was looking for room 308. I was tied to the ceiling because the teacher tied me there for whatever reason. But then my brother and my cousin and her, what you call it, her her daughter came to save me, and they untied me, and then was I snuck out of the classroom, and then I had a winter jacket on for whatever reason, and I was seeing a whole bunch of my friends from middle school, and yeah, so that was that. This was what was this? This was at my brother's old place. Yeah, this is the last page. So the page after this one, yeah, that's it. I mean, the story still continues into the second one, but yeah, after this one, the page is what you call it. After what am I saying? After this page, yeah, the book is done. A face reveal? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I mean, technically, I gave you guys one already, like a drawn one. I'm not sure how I feel about the face thing right now, but you will see drawings of me, and I guess, I mean, I would say I'm pretty accurate with drawing my face. So that's what you'll have to go on for now, if, I mean, until, or if I decide that I actually do want to do a face reveal. So yeah, that's what that is. But yeah, so this was at my brother's old place. We ordered Chinese food. I worked on my Etsy shop that day. Oh yeah, the drug test got rescheduled yet again. Why did I draw Goku? Oh, because it was on my brother's best friend's cap. So that's what that was. I dreamt. This was downstairs. This piano is not supposed to be down here. Nah, you're good. You're good. You're good. Okay. When did I start this live? Because you weren't here the whole time. So I technically, this is take number 3, actually. I started it once and then I forget why it cut off, but it did. And then I started again and my phone overheated. So I had to switch to my iPad and then yeah, but and then I started this one. So this one is saying that it's wow. I started 134 minutes ago. So that's a little more than 2 hours, if my math is correct. So let's see, 10. That was at like 9:30. At like 9:30 p.m. EST. That's when I started this. I didn't plan on starting this like at that time. By the way, it's just how things lined up. Yeah, yeah. The overheating was not a fun time. My phone got super hot. But now I'm just looking at my stream on my phone, like, because I'm using it for the chat. And I've been on it this whole time. And guess what? My phone is as cool as the other side of this pillow right here. So I don't know what recording does, but it it just it does something to my phone. And it makes it get really hot for some reason. But yeah, so oh, and here we go. Last page. So this was a dream. Art germ. This guy right here, art germ, he is the best artist I know to date. The best one. I highly recommend you go check out his work. I am not over exaggerating when I say that this man knows every inch of anatomy. It's stupid. He draws like a whole bunch of, I want to say, like comic book characters and anime characters. Just go check him out. Just go check him out. It's actually insane. Like the first artwork that I saw from him, I was just like, wow, this man is amazing. So yeah, I saw this in my dream for whatever reason. Oh yeah, because Art Germ drew her, and of course I mean I didn't do it any justice, but he got the proportions right down pat. And this girl was here. She was really cute, but yeah, she looked like I don't know who she was, but I just remember she had a really cute face. Yeah, don't ask me why it was that. This is just what it was. All right, stop thirsting. I drew it as accurately as I could. But Chihiro Hiroga Kataka. Okay, for whatever reason I was hearing Japanese lessons. And then this dream. This dream right here. So I was in my room, as you can see, with the nightstand and the bed and the curtain in the window or whatever. So I was in my room and I was with my brother and my sister, and I saw this bug. This bug was in my window. Now, mind you, remember that the last time I was speaking with my sister about bugs, she was like, "Oh, try asking your bug if it has a message for you." So I saw this. This was the first time. I think this was. Was this the first time? Oh, this was literally the night after this happened. This was literally the night after this happened. So the night after my sister recommends that I ask the bug for a message, I dream and I'm seeing this bug in my window mesh. So it's not on the outside, like it's not actually in my room. It's in between the window itself and the mesh. So I see it, I look away, and for whatever reason, I look back at it, and the I think this is called the thorax, the butt, the booty of the bug booty, whatever you want to call it. It changed from purple to blue. Now that didn't like make me lucid or whatever. I didn't realize it was a dream. I just found it weird, and I remember that um, my sister was like, AJ, remember that's what they called me. She looks at me because like right now, every time that I've seen bugs in my dream so far, I always get like super tense and nervous because bugs just freaking repulse me. And this disgusting. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. So I see this thing and I'm going towards my closet, and my sister is like, AJ, what are you gonna do? And the way that she said this thing, the way that she asked that question, it was like, AJ, what you're about to do is going to have a significant impact. So think very, very carefully about what you're about to do. So hold on. So the next thing I do, I cannot believe I said this. Let me actually get the second book because that's where the continuation is. Okay, got it. So this was the second book. I wasn't supposed to show this yet, but I'll show you the first bit of it because it's a continuation, and I can't just leave it hanging like that. So she's like, AJ, what are you gonna do? And let me see. Right. And I'm like, the same thing. Let me just do it like that. She's like, AJ, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, I can't believe I said this. I'm like, the same thing that I do to all bugs in my dreams and waking life. Kill it with raid. So I go to my closet to get the raid. I don't know what time my next live is, but I would say instead of me just doing it like just randomly, I'll post about it probably like a day before, or maybe like a half an hour before, and I'll go ahead and do that because I don't know when I'm gonna be free and have enough quiet or whatever. But anyway, back to the story. Right. So she asks me what I'm gonna do, and I'm like, the same thing to all that I do to all the bugs in my dreams and waking life. Kill it with raid. So I'm going to my closet, and as I'm doing so, my sister's just like, she's just rolling her eyes, and she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're doing this again. So I get the raid, and for whatever reason, the raid, it's usually supposed to be like a spray can, but in this dream, it's it looks like a suntan lotion kind of thing. Yeah, it did, but I didn't care because I'm just like, I'm gonna kill this thing. Now, mind you, again, this bug, it wasn't actually in my room. It was like in between the window and the mesh. But I knew I couldn't leave it there because I'm just like, well, I'm gonna get this room is gonna get hot eventually. Like this room has actually reached 100 degrees in the summertime. I'm not even exaggerating. I have a picture to back it up. But it's reached 100 degrees, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to open that window eventually. So this bug's gotta go. So I have the raid, and I slightly crack the window open, and I spray it with the suntan lotion raid, and then it flies, and I'm like, ah! So I'm spraying it, spraying it, spraying it, and then it lands on my bed. Um, and at the time, funny enough, at the time, I actually had my bed had this sheet right here that I'm using to prop up my iPad. That was like a year ago. But yeah, it was using this bed. It was on my it flew on my bed, and it flew on that sheet. And as it flew on the sheet, um, I took my slipper and I just slapped it like repeatedly over and over, just pat 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 with with my slipper, and I heard it crunch. And my brother decided to slap the bug like one time with me as well. So I was just like pat 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 pat, and then my brother was like pat, and I was like pat pat pat, and then I heard it crunch. I'm like, ooh, like this face. That's what I had internally. So after like probably 20 slaps, um, it it was broken in a whole bunch of pieces. Oh yeah, and there was like a baby inside of its butt, like it was like an offspring or whatever. But I did not care because that thing was gross. So I killed it. And I remember thinking to myself, I didn't even think to myself. I said it. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to wash these sheets. So I was going towards my door, and then I noticed that there was like a whole bunch of black rocks on. Yeah, my brother, he's a real one. Like whenever I noticed that whenever I see my brother in dreams, which is pretty frequent, uh, he's usually like backing me up on something. Like he's usually with me. No, no, womp, womp, womp to the fly. First off, this was not a fly. This was like a big ass wasp, gross looking thing. I felt no remorse for that because what are you doing in my room? What are you doing in my room? Absolutely disgusting. But yeah, so after I kill this thing, I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to wash the sheets. So I'm going to my door, and then when I'm looking on the floor, I'm seeing like a whole bunch of rocks, and then I notice that one of these rocks sprouts legs. So I'm like, what the frick? It was another bug. So I just go pap, and then I kill that one, and then I think that was the rest of that dream. Yeah, that was the rest of that dream, and then it just goes on to continuing me like drawing my day and my dream. So yeah. So for whatever reason, I thought after I felt like that dream, if anything, solidified the fact that this bug did have a message for me because it was like once I killed one bug, another one popped up right in its place. So it was like Aussie bugs here and I'm not finding any right now, but you already know that I've seen bugs. And yeah, so I actually find out like in this second book right here, I actually do find out like I ask one of my dream characters what the bugs mean and she tells me something and I was not expecting it, but I'm not going to tell you guys that yet because I'm going to save that for vi- another video. And 30 Bs, I hope not. I really hope it's not going to be 30 Bs again. But yeah, so that was this book. uh should I explain what this line means? Because I mean, this line, it's not just a random one. Like I didn't just draw it on here because I drew it. Do I have enough time to explain? I Sure, why not? Why not? I'll explain what this line means and then I'll get off the live. Okay, so this line was actually what I decided. For the longest time I didn't know what to draw for the cover of this book. Like this book was just completely blank. So I remember one time, this was a while back, like maybe a few years ago, I was dreaming and I was like in one of my friend I was in like someone's basement and I saw a dog with a watermelon. I'm just gonna flip through while I'm explaining this so that it's not boring. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. But yeah, so in this dream I was in someone's basement and there was a dog there and I saw this dog with like a watermelon on its head and I'm like, why does this dog have a watermelon on its head? That doesn't make any sense. So after I realize that, or after I think that, it's like, how do I even explain this? It's like the dreamscape changes. And you know how, let's say you're wearing a book bag, right? This is my best way to explain it. Pretend like inside is your dream, and then outside is waking life. And you're stepping from inside your house to outside your house, and you're wearing a book bag. It's like what happened was I had one foot. It was like I was stepping from inside to outside, but my book bag got caught on the door. So I had one foot inside and one foot outside. So it was like I was seeing. I'll show you exactly what I was seeing because this used to be like my actual dream journal. This is what I was seeing right here. Like this. I actually used to draw like strictly my dreams in this. But this right here is what I was seeing. And just that right there is what I would see if I wake up. If I just wake up, and I'm sleeping on my left side, that's what I'm seeing right there. Let me see. Just so you could know that I'm not crazy. See that? That right there. Okay, well, you can't really see that. Whatever. You get the idea. Yeah, so this is what just one of these is what I would see. However, I thought I woke up, but what I was actually seeing, it was like I was seeing split screen. So I saw a double, and it was like this line was dividing the screen. So it was like if it was a split screen game, like up and down, I guess top and bottom. It was like that with this line dividing, and I'm just like, what is happening right now? And then it was in that moment I realized, I'm like, holy crap. This is the line between waking life and dreams. What? And I'm like, one of these is waking life and one of these is a dream. But I'm just like, how am I going to know, or how do I know which one is, waking life and which one's a dream? Because they both look pretty similar. I, of course, wanted to choose a dream, but I decided I would do trial and error. So how do I even explain it? It was as if I was going to test this one to see if this was a dream. So I went over, it was like I was peeking over. I can't put my finger in this book, obviously, but it was like I was peeking over. And as I was peeking over this line into this world, it was like I actually felt my physical body like coming into being. Like it was like I started feeling my physical body, and I'm like, ooh, no, that's waking life. And it was like right. It was the craziest thing. So I came back. It was like I stopped looking at it. I pulled back, and then I used. It wasn't actually like my hand or anything, but it was just like figuratively, but somehow also literally. I pulled this line up, so I completely erased this, and I went into this world, and then I stopped feeling my physical body. And it started, I was definitely not high because I don't take drugs and I don't do alcohol. I'm 100% sober. 100% sober. Guarantee you I'm not high. Anyone who knows me, all my family will tell you AJ does not drink. AJ does not do drugs of any kind. 100% sober. I was not high. I was experiencing something, but definitely not high. But yeah, so it's like I realized that this was waking life because I was starting to feel my physical body. So it was like I came out of it. I pulled this line up and then went into this world, and then I was no longer feeling my physical body. I'm like, what in the world? And that's when I realized I'm in a dream right now. So for whatever reason, my sheets were like bumpy or whatever. And then I decided I wanted to do something. So I jumped out of bed, and then I jumped up super high, and then I landed in bed, and then I woke up. Yeah, that happened. So the reason why I drew this line over here is because this line was basically like, I guess, the dividing line between waking life and dreams. And because I see this book so many times in waking life and in dreams, I'm like, I guess the best thing to put on this book would be this line. Because when I tell you I see this book in my dreams, it's crazy. It's crazy because it would be the same size. It would have the same, like, papery. Hold on. Wow, it's 12 o'clock. It is officially midnight. It would be the same size. It would have the same texture. Like, even the pages, like, you see how it's a very distinct way that I draw and use the pen, and like how the ink sometimes skips in some places and how it globs, like how it has these like little goops and whatever. Like in the dream, when I see this book, or when I saw the book back then, it would look just like this. The pages, the paper, it would look like it's my style, my drawing, my everything. But it would just be pages that I never did. And I'm just like, bro, what is this? So yeah, I felt like the best thing, or I guess the most appropriate thing for the cover of this book was this line that separates waking life and dreaming life, because yeah, it shows up in both ways. Shout outs to the siren, by the way. Hope whoever it is that they're going to help, or get whatever donuts they're going for. But yeah, so that's the reason behind this line. Anyway, I have been rambling and on this live for 155 minutes now. How long is that? That's 2.5 hours. Jeez, 2.5 hours of just this one book. And I didn't even go into I don't even think I went into half of the details of this book. But I did what I could, because if I did go into every single detail of every single thing in this book, this would take not 2.5 hours, but probably 2.5 years. And I'm not doing all that. So, yes, that was from, and I thought it was funny because I started drawing in this book at 9:11, and then I finished drawing this book at 11:09. So it's like it came full circle. So that was cool. But anyway, that was that. If you came to the live late, I would say, well, you could just look under my live videos and you can get the rundown or the basic rundown of this book. This was a really fun book. I'm actually really glad I found it. Took me back. But yeah. So this was that. I have another one that I'm doing, or that I'm gonna do or that I'm planning to do for my next live. Also enjoyed that one, except I missed the last 9 pages because that's when I decided to take a break. And then I have the one that I'm working on right now. Oh yeah, these were stickers from my nephew. But yeah, I haven't really done too much. You could see that I'm not even halfway done. But I've done some pretty cool stuff in here. I'm not gonna flip through it because that is for another live. But anyway, this is what do you even call myself? Jamal, AJ, just another artist. It's been real. Thank you for everyone who joined me for my very first live and stayed with me even though my phone decided to overheat and totally throw off everything that I was planning on doing. But thanks for being a part of me learning how to do stuff. All right. See you guys later.